Christian space now has become very, very noisy, very noisy, very noisy. And if God does not help you, you will find out that you will be distracted by many things, and you might even be involved in many activity, and yet what you are doing has no relation to what it is that God has in his heart. Just like Elijah came to Mount Horeb, and there was the earthquake, and there was the fire, and there was the wind, and all of that, he was able to discern the still small voice. Everybody has a platform now. People can open up a YouTube channel and begin to teach about anything. People can come up with anything they like and begin to call it ministry. If you are undiscerning, most likely you will stumble into an environment where you will be totally removed from the agenda of God. And you see, it is possible to be doing something that looks like the Christian faith and be involved in many activity that looks like Christian activity, and yet it does not align with the burden and the agenda of God for a generation. And last week I was saying to us, when I showed us 2 Peter, the Bible said about false teachers, that one of the things that will happen on account of false teachers is that many will follow them. Not few, many. And one of the things that does for us is that it lets us know that in this season that we are in, you cannot judge anything spiritual by the crowds that believe it. You must be very careful not to judge accuracy or bring validation to any spiritual project on the basis of the numbers that follow it. One of the things that characterizes the present day expression of God in Christian space is that it's most likely those that are in the minority that are correct. And you don't need to believe me. But by the time you study scriptures carefully, you will find out that, I was saying to us last week, that you will find out that God always will move with the minority. Always. God always. He will come to a crowd, he will pick an Abraham, he will come to a generation. Everybody will die in the flood. Just Noah and 7 from his house will be left behind for God to build with. You must, and I'm not saying that every time you say a minority, the minority is correct. I'm saying that if you are able to discern the voice of God, you will find out that most of the time, when you find the minority that is in the will of God, the minority will be correct. So you must be able to train your ears, train your eyes, train your spirit to be able to discern the voice of God in the midst of the noise. And I said to us that if you are unwilling to be different in a noisy generation, your life will most likely be riddled with compromise. If you are unwilling to be different. And you see, I have found out that one of the biggest fights right now is the fight for distinction. It's a major fight now. Anybody who tries to be distinct, anybody who wants to be different according to the standards and the requirements of God will suffer persecution from within. The general posture of the church right now is a posture of borderlessness. Anything goes, anyone is accepted. So the minute you want to rise, whether it's as an individual believer or as a preacher in the pulpit, and this is for young preachers who come to Bible study, if you have not embraced the fact that you want to be distinct for God, persecution will drive you out of destiny.